Okay, today we've got in a car that we're going to go through and sort out for making it legal, getting it licensed, but also just do a bit of a sort out with it. Now the owner's just bought it. Someone's put a lot of money into this thing, but it's not quite working quite as he would hope at this moment, or as the new owner would hope at least. We're about to remove the twin throttle body manifold, which is not really suited to this combination in the fashion of it's more suited to a stroker, especially an NA stroker. Then the twin throttle body has some real advantages with short runners and things, but with a 5 litre and a Vortech, it's not suited to it. And as you'll see in power graphs, and especially when we do a comparison, it's really losing a bit of its bottom end torque, and also more awkward with its plumbing. It's obviously under the bonnet a bit of a dog's dinner at the moment with sort of piping and plumbing and hoses and stuff going everywhere. So we're about to go through and neaten all that stuff up. We'll change and put the standard manifold back on there, probably do a little bit of colour code on the covers, set it up properly to go with the basic little Vortech system, retune the thing and just make it all work properly in that format. So we'll just do a run now so you can actually see how it actually runs and what sort of power and what the graph looks like. And then we'll do the same thing in a little while when we've pulled it all to pieces and then put it all back together in a format that's going to suit this combination. Okay, well, we've got this car where we pulled it to pieces and taken off the twin throttle body manifold, taken out a fair bit of the gunk and stuff around the place. All stuff that probably most people would consider would make it go better, but were really not suited to the standard 5 litre. So we've refitted the standard manifold, the standard bunch of bananas. We've actually went through and changed the injectors. We've actually upsized them a little bit to be able to remove the rising rate fuel pressure regulator. We've put in a different style of fuel pump, one that can stand constant duty rather than just occasional use. And then we've essentially gone through and neatened it up, but set it up all like that. So it's come to a combination which should make a lot more sense. This is now a stock 5 litre, has a small camshaft in it, it's running the Vortech on it, and apart from a set of injectors, the engine's all standard. So now we'll do a power run and so you can see what it goes like now compared to the way it was set up. On this one here. Now what we've got essentially now we've gone through and set it all up with the standard bunch of bananas manifold on there. We've got more of a power gain than I expected to see. That's really going to be out of tuning. The twin throttle body manifold should have been able to see the same sort of top end horsepower, so really that comes down to the tuning of the thing. But as you can see up there, it was making the 340 horsepower at the tyres, and we've gone right up to the 393, so a very good increase in the top. The main place we're really expected to see an increase is in through here, in the mid-range side of things. From around the 2000 revs, there's not a lot of difference, not much going on, but in the 2500 revs, coming up to 3000, and up here around the 4000 revs, you can see there's a big increase. And you can see the curve of the blue graph there, the new one. It's just a little more rounded and really starts to give a lot more through the mid-range. So this thing should drive a lot better up to 4000 revs than it used to. The added bonus out of tuning the right injectors and that sort of stuff is, as you can see, we've got some top-end horsepower as well. There's a little bit in the fact that the belt wasn't set up properly, it was doing a little slipping, but really what it comes down to is it's made more horsepower all over the place for what in most cases people would think is a lesser setup. It's just a single throttle standard intake manifold, and we've actually removed the twin throttle and made more horsepower and more torque, so this should be a lot better to drive on the road.